The lunch rush had just begun. Orders were stacking up, voices overlapping, money moving fast. And behind the counter, no one noticed the quiet man who had just walked in. Worn jacket, simple shoes, calm eyes. He looked like just another customer. But he wasn't. He was the owner. Daniel Reed hadn't stepped into his restaurant like this in years. No suit, no announcements, no recognition. Just another face in the crowd. He had been hearing things, complaints, whispers, rumors. But tonight, he didn't want reports. He wanted the truth. He stood in line, watching closely. A young mother stepped forward with 2 small kids beside her. They looked tired, hungry. "Just these," she said softly, placing 2 small meals on the counter. The cashier barely looked at her. $28.50. Daniel's eyes narrowed. That didn't sound right. He glanced at the menu board. It should have been almost half that. The woman hesitated. Are you sure?" she asked gently. The cashier sighed, clearly annoyed. "Prices went up. That's what it costs." The kids looked up at their mother, confused. She slowly reached into her purse, counting what little she had. Daniel stepped closer. "Excuse me," he said calmly. "I think there might be a mistake." The cashier shot him a look. "Do you work here?" "No," Daniel replied, "but I can read the menu." A few people in line started paying attention. The cashier leaned forward, voice low and sharp. "Mind your business." The room went quiet. Daniel stepped back, but he didn't leave. He watched. The mother removed 1 meal. "Can we just take one?" she asked, embarrassed. The cashier shrugged. "Still $20. Daniel's jaw tightened. This wasn't a mistake. This was intentional. As the line moved, Daniel noticed something disturbing. Certain customers were charged correctly, others weren't. And every time, it was the same type of person. People who looked unsure, people who didn't question, people who couldn't afford to argue. He pulled out his phone, quietly recording. When it was his turn, Daniel stepped forward. "Same order," he said, pointing to what the woman had chosen earlier. The cashier rang it up. $14.20. Daniel looked directly at him. "Funny," he said. "That's not what you charged her." The cashier froze, just for a second, then shrugged. "Different items." Daniel didn't respond. He simply reached into his pocket and placed something on the counter. It wasn't money. It was a card. The cashier glanced down, then picked it up. "Read it." And everything changed. His face lost all color. "Owner?" he whispered. The entire room went silent. Daniel leaned in slightly. "Say it louder," he said calmly. The cashier's hands started shaking. The mother turned around slowly. Customers stared. Staff in the back peeked out. Daniel looked around the restaurant. "This," he said, voice steady, "is what I came to see." No one moved. No one spoke. Daniel turned back to the cashier. "How long?" he asked. The cashier couldn't answer. Daniel nodded. "I've been standing here for 10 minutes, and I've already seen enough." He gestured toward the door. "You're done here." Then Daniel did something unexpected. He turned to the mother. "Your meals are on the house," he said. Her eyes widened. "But that's not enough." He walked behind the counter, pulled up the system, reviewed recent transactions, one by one, and what he found confirmed everything. This wasn't new. This had been happening for weeks. Daniel spent the next hour doing something no one expected. Refunding customers, apologizing personally, fixing what had been broken, not just in money, but in trust. As the restaurant slowly returned to normal, Daniel stood quietly by the counter, watching, thinking, because this wasn't just about one employee. It was about what happens when no one is watching. Because sometimes, the biggest problems aren't loud. They hide in plain sight, and sooner or later, the truth gets revealed.